Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a few metabolism myths. These are things we hear all the time from clients about maybe why their metabolism isn't functioning the way that they would hope. So we're going to cover three big myths today, and hopefully you find some value in these. So the first one is that your metabolism slows down as you age. So this one is unfortunately pretty emphatically false, right? What happens as we get older is typically we stop working out and we tend to lose muscle mass. So the first reason why your metabolism might actually be slower, but it has nothing to do with your age, is if you stop resistance training after the age of 30, you tend to lose anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5% of your lean tissue per year. So up to 5 to 15% per decade. Right? And the other thing that happens is we tend to get more sedentary as we age, right? So we get into professional careers, we're not moving around as much, we're moving less, and that's going to bring our total daily energy expenditure down significantly. So we're burning less calories because we're not moving as much, and then we're also burning less calories because we don't have as much muscle. So you could still be eating the exact same diet you did when you were 30, but now you're 50, and all of a sudden you've got 50 extra pounds of fat on you because you've gained 30 pounds and lost 20 pounds of muscle over the course of the last 2 decades. This is totally normal and probably what most people are experiencing when they say it's harder for them to lose weight. I eat the same as I did when I was younger. I'm still eating healthy, but weight's not dropping off anymore. Well, it's because you don't have any muscle anymore. And in general, you've added more fat and you're not getting in any steps. You're not doing any movement. So obviously, the amount of calories you're burning on a daily basis is going to be significantly lower. The second big myth we want to cover is this idea of running and cardio is a great way to burn excess calories. Unfortunately, regardless of what you see at most big box gyms across the country, this one is also false, right? So cardio is very important, but it's not important as a way and a means to burn calories. If you look at the average number of calories you burn from running a mile, it's approximately about 100 calories, and that's on average per person. So you take anyone, they run a marathon, they're burning about, on average, 2,600 calories. Now you could replace those calories with just 6 egg McMuffins, sausage egg McMuffins from McDonald's. So 2,600 calories sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. And over the course of a week, you're talking about a 300 caloric deficit per day if you didn't eat anything else. But the issue with cardio is that it tends to drive up our ghrelin. And ghrelin is a hormone that drives hunger. So a lot of times after you do a long bout of cardio, your appetite goes up. And you can very easily, even if you haven't run a marathon, say you burn 300 to 400 calories, you can quickly consume that by having some things that maybe you wouldn't have had otherwise because you assumed that you burned a lot of calories and you have this caloric debt that you can make up. So when we're looking to lose weight and burn additional calories, the best thing you can do is resistance train. If you resistance train a few days a week, 20 to 30 minutes, you're going to burn maybe 150, 200 calories, but you're also going to boost your metabolism for the next 48 to 72 hours, and that's going to allow you to burn a little more calories over the course of the rest of the week. And then the last myth is that special diets have some kind of special results. This one, unfortunately, too, is false, right? So it doesn't matter if it's keto or carnivore or veganism. The reason that these different diets work and that people swear by them is because they unconsciously force them into a caloric deficit. So in the case of keto, this is one that I used to do and thought was just the best diet ever, right? Typically, we're pairing keto with something like intermittent fasting. So you're eating a lot of protein, a lot of fat. These are two extremely satiating macronutrients. And then you're shrinking the window down of when you'd actually consume these things. So of course, you're going to eat less calories. It doesn't matter if it's carnivore, vegan, keto, all these diets are doing the same thing. They're essentially allowing you a way to unconsciously control your calories. So when we look at what the actual nutrition literature says about different diets, there's absolutely no difference in results when you control for the calories consumed. So this tells us you can pick whatever style of diet you want. As long as you're eating it in a caloric deficit, you're going to see changes in your body weight over time. Hopefully this was helpful and cleared up some of those misconceptions about some of the myths of metabolism that are out there.